on the next episode of Stay Rad Wine Blog TV. Hey everybody, it's Jeff. Welcome to another episode of Stay Rad Wine Blog TV. I know some of you are looking at this label right now and you're getting really stoked on what I'm about to try. I know my dad sees that eye and he's intrigued. I know my buddy Dave the vegetarian sees that eye and they're intrigued too, because they know that I stands for Italia. It stands for Italy. Right? I know also some of my big-time wine-loving friends, they're looking at this label and they're also saying, I know exactly what that wine is. That's part of the Locations series by winemaker Dave Finney, who is the winemaker for Orin Swift. So if you're a big fan of The Prisoner and some of those other Zinfandel-based wines from the Napa Valley, this is a project that he's been doing all over Europe. Dave Finney has done Locations E and Locations F also. So E is for España or Spain, and then F is for France, right? And the idea behind this label is he's going all over these different countries and really just finding the best vineyards, the best varieties to really just show a full expression of what these different countries are about and the types of wines that they can produce. Now, I know that my buddy Jeff Eccles from The Lonely Vine, he had reviewed a couple of these location wines, and honestly, Jeff, when I was at the store, I didn't recall exactly which ones you had reviewed. I didn't think you did the eye already, but apparently you did on episode number 86. So I apologize, and everybody, I'll link that up below, and you should check out what he has to say about these wines also. I also know that one of my favorite podcasts, The Three Wine Guys, they had talked about some of these Locations wines before too. So I'm not the first person to really talk about these things. I just want to give you my experience with them, right? So what Dave Finney did was he went all over Italy. He was looking in Puglia. He was also looking in the Piemonte regions of Italy to really just find some different varietals and bring them together. This was $18.99 at Bevmo, so I mean, not super expensive, and you know this guy is a quality winemaker, so I'm excited to see what he's put together for us. I already poured this thing out, and what I'm noticing already is that the color is extremely dark, extremely dense, very inky, ruby red. There are some purple type of notes there as well. The varieties that we're looking at are Negramaro, Nero d'Avola, Barbera, and then there's a bunch of native varietals that he pulled from Puglia, so he doesn't list exactly what they are. He doesn't have to, but you know, it's just kind of interesting to see where this stuff is coming from. So on the nose, definitely, you know, I'm getting those nice chalky, powdery characteristics. This did spend 10 months barrel aging before it went into the bottle. I am getting some bright red notes of cranberry. I am getting like a citrus type of thing, like a little bit of orange juice squeezed in there, almost like a orange and balsamic vinaigrette, like you're making like a salad dressing. And I am getting these deeper, darker black fruits, like a little plum there, like a not quite ripe plum. And some peppery notes as well. So on the nose, on the palate, there's this really for lack of a better term, there's a very elegant feel to this wine, and I know that doesn't, speak to everybody when I say that. What I mean is, the wine is as far as the mouthfeel goes, it's very smooth, it's very pleasurable on the palate. While the tannins are existent, they are very soft, and they play very well to the darker fruits that I'm also getting on the palate here. Let me try some more here. I am getting some concentrated, almost like raisinated grape skin. Like, I'm definitely getting some raisins in there. I'm getting like some prunes, right? Some like dried out concentrated plums. I'm getting these nice peppery notes. And again, this is something that's very elegant and very enjoyable, right? I mean, for a $19 wine, and I'm not going to say that a $19 wine is like a weeknight type of wine, that this is an everyday wine, because I typically, for the wines that I purchase, I'm not spending that much on my wines. But this is a wine that I'm saying, for an extra couple of bucks, higher than what you're normally used to paying, I really think that you're stepping up into this higher tier of wines. And in fact, this is a wine where I think I'd be pretty excited to see this on like a wine list at a restaurant, right? Because when I think about the markup of wines, like if you were going to get a glass of this in a restaurant, I mean, I bet you they'd probably be selling it around like $14 a glass, right? But for that price, I mean, it really lives up to it. Or if you were going to buy a bottle in a restaurant for $50 for a really fancy dinner, I definitely think it would be worth it. I'd also say that this is a wine at $19 when you buy it retail. This is a wine where you may want to take it to a fancy restaurant and pay that corkage fee, because you really don't mind. I mean, it tastes expensive. It's really got some nice, just an overall nice, again, elegant type of feel. This isn't the most complex wine that I've ever had. It's not the most, with a lot of Italian wines, I think, more earthy than this. I mean, this definitely, it has a New World feel to it. But this is definitely a wine that I think is going to turn a lot of you guys on to different varieties that are coming from Italy. I don't know how many of you are really into Negro Amaros or Nero d'Avolas, but this may get you to want to seek those types of varieties out when you're looking in the Italy section. I mean, this is definitely a quality wine. I'm putting it in at 90 points, and I'm saying that this is definitely something that if you see this, grab it and try it. You're definitely going to enjoy it. It isn't your typical, again, it's not your typical Italian wine. It's just a really good one, right? I'm also really excited, kind of looking and seeing, Jeff, you haven't reviewed the F1 yet, so I think I'm gonna try to beat you to that and maybe get that out to everybody else next week. Jeff, if you have that wine and you're looking to review it, do it, because I want to see what you think about it too. Everybody, hey, have you tried this before? Let me know how you felt about it. Everybody, stay rad.
Stay rad, one blog. Stay rad, one blog. Stay rad, one blog. Stay rad, one blog.com.